Hello again, welcome back. My name is Zach, and this is part 2 of basic setups and eigrp setup for Cisco routers. And in this, once again, I'm going to be using Packet Tracer. If you are on this and you want to see part 1, the link is in the description. Otherwise, let's get started. In our last one, we cabled the network and set up the basic configuration settings for the routers. So now we're going to set up the IP settings for the routers and the PCs. So let's get started with R1. And in R1 we're going to be using this, this part of our addressing on R1. But first let's enable and type in our password, which if you were following by the example as last time, our password would be Cisco. Now we're going into configure terminal, and then we will be going into the interface of G01 and IP adder. IP adder for IP addressing. And then we're going to put in our address of G01, which is 192.168.1.1 with a mask of 255.255.255.0. Then we will do no shut. And as you can see, that state has been changed to up, and that interface is good. Next, we are going to be going into the interface of serial 000. And same thing, IP adder. And this time this address, 10.1.1.1, with the mask of 255.255.255.252. And no shut to change the port to up. And as you can see, it'll change it to down because we had to set it up on both ends. So in this example, serial 0 is on R1 and R2, which is this line that my mouse cursor is on. Once it's set up on both routers, it'll change to up. And carrying on to the next one, interface 001, we are going to do IP adder once again. There we go. With the address of 10.3.3.2 with the mask of 255.255.255.252. Oh, appears I made a spelling mistake. Ooh, I did the same thing. My bad. Let's try that again. And once you get past that, no shut. Once again, state change to down until we set it up on both ends. And that's all of the router IP settings set up on R1. So we're going to move over to R2. And this time do this section of addressing. Enable, password, and then configure terminal. And then going into our interface of G0-1, IP adder for address. And that's going to be 192.168.2.1 and 255.255.255.0. Then we're going to do no shut, and it's changed to up. Now we're going to do into the interface for serial 000 IP adder, and then we're going to put in our address of 10.1.1.2 255.255.255.252. Alrighty. No shut. And now you can see it changed to up. So both ends of this cable, both the interfaces, 0, 0, 0 on R1, R2, have been set up. So both ends of this cable are good, and the line will change to up. Now setting up our last one, interface on R2, 0, 0, 0, 1, IP adder, 10.2.2.1, 255, 255, 255, 252, no shut. It gets pretty repetitive, but we got one more time to do it, and this time on R3. And as you can see, that one also changed up. So moving on to R3, we're going to be using this set of addressing now. And same thing as before. Enable, Cisco, conf terminal, int g0-1, IP adder. Oh, forgot to put in the address. And we have to show what our address is. 192.168.3.1, 255.255.255.0, and then no shut, changed it to up, interface, serial 0, 0, 0, IP adder, 10.3.3.1, 255.255.255.252, and there we go, no shut, and then int 0, 0, 0, 1, IP adder, 10.2.2.2, 255.255.255.252, no shut. And as we can see, this will change to up in a minute. But all of our interfaces appear to be up in Packet Tracer. And eventually it would tell us after it updated the line on serial 1 that that has been changed to up. So now we're going to be setting up the PC's IP addressing. So we'll start off with PC1. We're going into our IP configuration, which would usually take place in control panel in a real-life environment. And we would go into the IP addressing and put in our IP address 192.168.1.10 as shown in the addressing table, 255.255.255.0. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we can move on to our next PC, PC2. Same thing, IP configuration. 192.168.2.20. 255.255.255.0. And PC3. IP's configuration 192.168.3.30. Same thing, 255.255.255.0. And that is all of our PCs and routers set up IP addressing using this addressing table. Thank you.